Hi again, everyone. It's Jason Smith with Bow Developments in Scarborough 17 here today. We're back with our B2B segment, the business to business segment. And I'm here with Stephen from Creative Group, which is actually a whole bunch of restaurants in town. You've seen some of them in our other segments with Cibo and Freehouse and Mill Street and Bonterra, Posto, all of these wonderful places in town. So Stephen, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
So what we could sort of talk about here, Stephen, is a little bit about business in Calgary, why some businesses are working. We know that, the economy's been pretty difficult lately and a lot of people are struggling. So I guess tell us a little bit about your background and then we'll get into, what you're doing here now.
Sure, Jason. So we've been professional investors and in the restaurant business simultaneously for 30 years.
Okay.
And we enjoy both businesses. They're both fun for different reasons, and they both teach you things about each other business, which is good to have.
Sure.
And in investing business, we're seeing best practices.
Right.
We're watching people who are the best at what they do and sometimes the worst at what they do. And then we take a lot of that education, that good to great kind of education, we bring it into small business, which is the restaurant business.
So that's really interesting. So when you say the best at what they do, what would be some examples of that?
I'm going to give you a different example because I was thinking about this on this interview. So we've owned the Rose and Crown Pub in Banff 25 years,
okay.
Actually 26 years.
Okay.
And it teaches us a lot about how to run a business even in Calgary, because first you want to be the locals' favorite. And then you want to be people's actual favorites. When someone says, should we go here or there? They go, no, this is my place. You come with me, we're going to go here.
Right.
And then you have to always change. So it's always a brand new business plan every year of what's it going to take this year to be everybody's favorite, different than we did last year. So take the best of last year, all new again, whatever you're going to do. And those constant improvements and that constant changing, whether it's menu, people, what you have for live venues and everything else, we take a lot of that. We bring it to Calgary, and we learn it from our partners who are doing well other places, and we bring it to the fight, which is in Calgary.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if you're innovating new every year, sort of looking at a new business plan yearly, do you do market research to sort of forecast where you want to go, or is it ideation through people that are successful in those areas?
Everybody's traveling, so everyone is going to lots of cities, whether they be just Canadian, just American, or even European, or even Asian cities, and they're coming back and they're saying, I saw this really neat idea, so does our staff. Mm-hmm. So we take that, and then on top of that, we also brainstorm, and we sit down and we discuss what can we be doing different in this facility for these customers. And then the biggest one, those are gaining, is talk to customers.
Right.
And customers are pretty candid if you're one of their favorite places of exactly what they want.
Right.
So the customer's telling you what they want from a neighborhood standpoint. I think that item is great, but not at $20. How about $18? We just change the price. Like we never think, was that a good idea? If it's a customer idea, we just pretty much just do it. So it's a wine idea, if it's a food idea, or I just saw this idea, you listen carefully and you adapt as fast as you can.
Right. So what I'm getting here is you try to stay ahead of the curve in terms of changing up your business plan, changing up your offerings to your customers. And part of that is really listening to your regular customers, people that come in a lot, and seeing what they really want and delivering that.
Yep. That times you just can't stay still.
Right.
Because if you stay still, it's like a race. You're going to get slaughtered. Yeah. So it's the fear of losing customers. It's the desire to gain customers. It's the intimacy to even actually have that conversation with them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So if the team does a few things in that category really well, one is every restaurant we own, that's the head office. There is no head office in Vancouver or Toronto. It's right here. Okay. The GM is the president of his own company. They are the captain of the ship. Make this ship sail as best as it possibly can. And that makes a difference, because then you have that local flavor. You're the underdog. You're adapting that restaurant to that exact neighborhood, the people inside the building.
Yeah.
Next is the people themselves have to constantly improve. So that's a question we ask ourselves, whether you're working in the kitchen or you're working in, what are we going to do for you for your own personal development to get you better what you're doing? Do you not understand accounting? And that's what we can teach you that. We'll take you to accounting school.
Sure.
Have you not seen your fresh ideas lately? Well, why don't we wait till you have a week's vacation, and we'll pay for a week's vacation. We'll send you someplace to a very busy area so you can stay yourself enthusiastic, hot and fresh.
Right. So I think that's really important, because you can do all the best business practices you want, and that will help for sure. But what you're touching on is people make a huge difference, especially in a service industry like this, right?
People are everything.
Yeah, that's great. And you educating them, taking them on wine trips, those kinds of things to help them stay engaged is extremely important. So listen, Stephen, I could talk to you all day.
Okay.
But people have short attention spans these days. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I think today's episode was really great and gives some people incredible tips for any business, really, on how to get better, how to prosper, how to continue to keep your customers happy, and therefore keep your business alive and well. So again, thanks so much for tuning in to our B2B segment, and we'll hopefully see you on the next one.